I was very hesitant to make this video because I didn't really want to speak about Looksmaxxing because a lot of Looksmaxxing, it's a very deep rabbit hole and some of it borderlines on mental illness. And I would be lying if I say I haven't gone down that rabbit hole. I did have, 1 week where I was just watching all these Looksmaxxing YouTubers, looking into thumb pulling, all these other things. I have the list here actually. I literally wrote a list, and some of it is like genuinely good stuff. But then there's things like thumb pulling. There's, all these other weird tactics and things, and it just, I think a lot of men are already struggling with their mental health, but Looksmaxxing doesn't help with that because we all want to be attractive. We all want to be attractive to women. We all want to have attention. We all want to feel important. And I think Looksmaxxing, the foundation of it, is very good, right? Taking pride in your looks, in your appearance, and wanting to look better is fantastic. That's what improving yourself is all about. Wanting to be a better version of yourself. Now, where Looksmaxxing goes too far is all of these ideologies, all of the blue pill, the red pill, the black pill, the white pill, all of these, especially black pill, that's like the worst of it. All this nihilism, rating systems, lacks of confidence, bone smashing, entire Reddit threads in Discord servers calling people chopped. Like, you could post a video of yourself and you'll get absolutely annihilated. Positive, negative, neutral Canthal tilts. It's just insane. It is absolutely, it's kind of scary because a lot of guys, like I said, they're struggling with their mental health, and Looksmaxxing will not help them at all. They are very vulnerable, very impressionable, as I was, and it is difficult. Now, I'm not saying that looks don't matter. I'm not part of this Disney fairyland world where it's like, oh, just personality matters. If you just be nice. No, that's not how it works. It's a real shame that's not how it works, but that's just not what life is. There is a such thing as the halo effect, where people are going to treat you better based on if you look better, right? And I remember I was in the gym literally the other day, right? And there was a guy in the change room posing in the mirror. He had a ripped physique. He had blue eyes, blonde hair, clear skin, chiseled face. And I was literally thinking, what the heck, man? How do I unlock that skin? How many V-Bucks do I have to... How much V-Bucks do I have to buy in order to unlock that skin? What tier of the battle pass is that? Because I was thinking, why does he look like that and I look the way I do? And then I snapped out of it because I was like, who gives a crap how he looks like, how I look like, right? Because a lot of Looksmaxxing is just health. And a lot of Looksmaxxers, I don't know if that's what you call them, Looksmaxxers, Looksmaxxing YouTubers, they will tell you to prioritize your health. A lot of acne can be cured by drinking more water, having less fast food. Your skin, get more sunlight. Your just overall well-being with your food. Like me, I drink green tea and it makes me feel great. All of these things they advise. But then there's the obsession with the jawlines. There's all these extreme things like surgeries, bone smashing, which is just completely stupid. It just does not make sense. And like I said, when I was watching these YouTube videos and what some of the things I wrote down, like walking 10,000 steps a day, fasting, chewing your food properly, eggs, fruit, all of these wonderful things. And some of them are I think some of them are genuinely trying to help guys. But it's when you have guys who are doing like detailed presentations and diagrams about sexual market value, about all of these things, that it can be very dangerous. Now, I think a lot of it is true. Like I said, I'm not being delusional. I'm not saying it's not true. But if you focus that much on your appearance, on how other guys look, on your rating, all of this other stuff, it just makes you depressed, man. Like, it's hard enough. Like, I look in the mirror, and of course there's days when I wish I looked like this or I look like that, but I don't. So I may as well get on with it. I may as well do what I can with my canvas. Why am I trying to look like someone else when I have been given a unique opportunity to maximize my health, to be healthy, to go to the gym, to eat well, and look the best version of me? And that is what Looksmaxxing does promote, but a lot of it is very, very destructive. Because guys are trying to look like other guys instead of trying to look like themselves. And it's a real, real shame. And as I said, a lot of Looksmaxxing is just health. If you get your health down, if you live like humans are naturally supposed to live, then you'll feel great. But when you start getting into these ideologies, like I said, the black pill, it's just, I recommend you don't read into it. Because some of it is just dark as hell. Like, a lot of guys have just given up. It's a real shame. They think, I look like this, so there's no hope for me. There's no point living life. Like, that's how deep this gets. Just because of the way they look. And I just want to reach out to these guys and help them and show there is light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, it's easier for you because you look like this. Yeah, but just because the way you look doesn't mean you can't have a wonderful life, man. Like, I know it's unfair sometimes. I know it seems that there's guys out there who have it all, who look great. But we all have our own battles that no one knows about, bro. So if you just focus on yourself, focus on becoming the best version of you rather than focusing on what every other guy is doing. Sure, take the advice of being healthy, eating clean, drinking plenty of water, all that kind of stuff. Get a nice hairstyle if it makes you happy, but just remember there's someone out there who will accept you, who will be proud of you, of how far you've come already. And no amount of bone smashing, zygote pulling, thumb pulling, whatever the heck the kids are talking about these days. This is why I don't have TikTok, because it's just an absolute cesspit. Whatever they're going on about, don't let it get you into this nihilistic, depressing state. Because it is harmful. And if you haven't got your mental health in check, what have you really got? Everything relies on your mental health. Even your physical health. If your brain is not right, if you're not happy being you need to address that. Whew, again, didn't want to really talk about Looksmaxxing, but it needs to be said. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the bell. Share this wonderful, wonderful presentation with all your friends. And like I said, make it into a VHS and give it your nan, because she probably still has a VHS player. I'll see you in the next one. God bless, and as always, you take very good care of yourself.